Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namo Sri Guru Charana Kamalam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Sri Rupanuga Bhaktivedanta Krupamurtim Narayana Namaste Gurudevaya Sarvasiddhipradaya Sarvamangala-rupaya Sarvananda-vidaya He Shri Guru Jnanadadi Swananda-dataha Karunai-kasindho Vrindavanavasi Naitavatar Prasida Sri Radha Pranaya Swabo Jagannatha Guru Samsara Vanina Dagda Mam Kaladashtam Chatvamaham Sharanam Gatha Radha Sanmukha Samsaktim Sakisanga Nivasini Tamasam Vande Guru Rupam Param Sakim Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Sri Gadadhara Srivasadi Sri Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Dandavat pranams to everyone. Sakalpatarubhyascha Kripa sindhubhyevacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Can you hear me okay?
Dandavat pranams, Gurudev. Yes, Gurudev, we can hear you. Okay, thank you.
Today, no, tomorrow. Please. Actually, today, 24th, right? Yeah. Tomorrow is Amavasya, new moon day. In India, it is very special new moon day, Amavasya, Then 5th of October, like Pitru Paksha ending, something like that. So 5th of October is Vijayadashmi. Lord Ramchandra's is Shubha Vijaya Mahostava. The day he started for winning the killing Ravana and bringing back Sita. Also, 25th is Jagadguru Sri Srila Madhvacharya's birthday, appearance. Then 6th of October is Ekadasi, Papankusha Ekadasi. Then 9th of October is Purnima, Sri Radha Krishna Sharadiya Rasa Yatra. Kartik Vrata, Damodar Vrata, Vrujya Vrata, Niyam Seva, these are all there. Then Murari Gupta's disappearance day. Also, Param Gurudev's Bhakti Prajna Keshav Goswami Maharaj disappearance day, Viraha Mahamaskala. 9th October. Then 8th November is Purnima. Sri Radha Krishna's Hemantika Asayatra. Nimbarkacharya Avirbhava. Bhugarbha Goswami Kashishwar Pandit Tirobhava. End of Chaturmasya. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came to Vrindavan that time. Then that's also day of appearance day of Srimati Tulsi Maharaj. Then the day Lord Vishnu, fish incarnate, Matsya Avatar, Parents' Day. Then that day there is a Chandra, some place, at least looks like in India, there is a lunar eclipse that day. The day ends with Chaturmasya. And then Govardhan Puja is 26th October. Gopastami is 1st November. So this is, last time we discussed the, I don't know, we did it or not. Maybe go over again. The importance of Kartik Mas. Most of but it is a reminder. So that way, you'll be more enthusiastic to follow wherever you are. Everything. Now the Vijayadashmi, there is a lot of misunderstanding. Even in India, I did not know, but my Gurudev is tracing, or Param Gurudev tracing, where this misunderstanding started, and it's all over the world. Vijayadashmi, there are 3 days in the Sanatana Dharma calendar. Very wonderful days, where you don't have to look for any auspicious like that. Vijayadashmi, Vasanta Panchami, then Akshaya Tritiya, these days. Akshaya Tritiya, the day Gaudi Vedanta Samiti started. That's why it's going. Going very well. So today, Vijayadashmi is also like that. If you want to start a project which should not end in any difficulties or any very auspicious, 5th of October, Vijayadashmi day. It's a very wonderful day. Any project if you want to start. Bhakti related. Then that day, the misunderstanding is, they, like in India, many places they show, even probably foreign, they make a big, like Ravana, yeah, Ravana's thing, and then Ram eating with the arrow, putting fire and destroying him. So, in other words, the killing Ravana on Vijayadashmi, that's not really the case. Our Gurudev is telling, no, that is the day he started for the towards Lanka, that day. So he recalls about a week, 10 days before, Hanuman came back searching successfully, and then he conveyed what Sita was telling, and so he started. So that was the day he started towards Lanka, Vijayadashmi day. And so the also worship of Kali. See, I mean, this is worldwide, I think, especially, and it was not so. It is only worship of Lord Ramchandra was there. But how come the worship of Kali came about? So there was one Kritivasi, his name, worshipper of Kali. He was thinking, wait a minute. You can imagine people, they go to what extent? Why? It's unimaginable. So he wrote one Ramayana called Kritivasi Ramayana. There he introduced something, saying what his idea is, if Ram worships, if I portray Ram worshipping Kali, then everybody in India worship Kali. So like that, saying he wrote a Ramayana. In that he introduced a story where Lord Ram is worshipping Kali with 108 lotus. Was offering 107, 108 was missing. Actually, Kali stole that to test him. This is the way he put it. And then Lord Ram trying to pluck out his eye. It was like his lotus. Then she came out and said, no, don't do this. I'm pleased with you. You will be successful in killing Ravana like that. So he portrayed like that, and in Bengal especially, they started reading, and all Bengalis got into, oh, Ram is worshipping Kali, we will also should worship like that. If you worship Radha, Sita, Kali is the shadow. If you worship Radha, worship of Kali is automatically included there, as Sita. So this is how it started, and the Bengalis went here and there, Mathura there, and they started doing this. It's really amazing. He was a Kirtivasi, was a tantric, and not a bhakti, Upasaka. Was against bhakti, Shuddha bhakti. So now all around the India, all around the world, this is what. It's amazing. So we are very, very grateful to our Param Gurudev and Gurudev to really bring out like Ravana. He was a very intelligent person. He knew Shastra and all that, but dead against bhakti. He was a Mayavadi, meaning Shunyavadi. Shunyavadi meaning you go into nothing, like Buddhism. So that's why Lord Ram killed him. All his 10 heads represent all these bad qualities. Okay, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, all this, all the bad qualities. So Lord destroyed it and he established, hey, I'm a personality, with all qualities. And then that's why he's stealing Sita is what? I can separate this Shakti from Shaktiman. Is energy, Shakti, from the possessor of energy. He wanted to separate, and then he wants to enjoy. So Lord killed that tendency. So Param Gurudev says it's like Mayavadi, Treta Yuga. So different ages, and the same person appeared as in Krishna's pastime. Krishna also killed him. Dantavakra Shishupala. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also he appeared as Jaya Vidya in a special way, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because intervention of Nityananda Prabhu, he did not kill them, but he took chakra. But Nityananda Prabhu asked, "No, please give me their life as a charity." And Madai, Jagai, saved me. Madai wanted to beat me again, but Jagai said, "Why are you eating this avadut? What do you get?" So he came in between. He saved me. Oh, he saved my, like that. He was very pleased, and then he bestowed Krishna Prema immediately. And then Madai saw chakra in his hand, and then he also surrendered, and then both. So in this age, we are very fortunate that Lord, otherwise none of us have any chance. He's very kind, you kill the mentality, Mayavadi mentality. So, also Madhvacharya appeared on that day. Madhvacharya is Shiva himself. Gurudev is saying that the four sampradayas, Vishnu Swami, Rudra Sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, and then Sanat Kumar. So these are established by the Shakti. Lord is there in giving the love, establishing love principle, Vraja Prem, restoring that. So Madhvacharya for this Kali Yuga is the Acharya Brahma Sampradaya. And our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted him. See, we should know this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu honored all the four Vaishnava Sampradayas. So we should also honor all the Vaishnavas Sampradayas. Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami. But in the question might be asked, why he chose only Madhva Sampradaya to take Diksha from Ishwarapuri. And why not other Sampradaya, even though he respected. So reason is, Gurudev is saying, Mayavada Khandana, Madhva Sampradaya, defeating. That's why it's pure Dvaita, Others are all Shuddha Advaita, Vishishta Advaita, Dvaita Advaita, like that. So, something to do with Advaita, Madhvacharya didn't want to do pure Dvaita. So, and also worship of Gopal, Nandanandan in Udupi. So, accepting the deity as non-different from the son of Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda. And then defeating Mayavadas. So he defeated them even more strongly than Ramanujacharya. Because of that, he established the bhakti. He chose Madhva Sampradaya. So Madhva Sampradaya in our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Pranali, Guru Parampara. Madhvacharya, Padmanabhatirtha, Akshobatirtha, Jayatirtha, Jnanasindhu, Dayanidhi, Vidyanidhi, like that. Purushottam Tirtha, Brahmana Tirtha, Vyasa Tirtha, Lakshmipati Tirtha, Madhavendra Puri, Ishvara Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, in Karnataka, where we are staying, we have Madhvacharyas, no Samadhi for Madhvacharya. There is a place called, it shows this is where he disappeared. He was giving recital on the Vedas, on the Upanishads, and then suddenly the flowers started falling from the sky on him. It covered over his body. When they removed the flower, he was not to be seen. So what happened was, he went to Badrinath to meet Vedavyas. And he's still there. Madhvacharya is still there with Vedavyas. You know? So why? How do we know? Because another Acharya, Madhva Sampradaya, later he went and saw Madhvacharya, and Madhvacharya inquired about how the things going on, like that. You know? Very powerful Sampradaya. But we're very happy to be in this. But each one is amazing. Then Vyasa Tirtha is also very. Then Lakshmipati Tirtha, his Samadhi is also there in Srirangam. And Vyasa Tirtha Samadhi is also in Navavrindavan. Brahmana Tirtha is also there near Mysore. So all of this very, very powerful acharyas. Very, very powerful. Then nobody. See, one time, this I had to tell you, this acharya, Vijayendra Tirtha, like that. ಏನಪ್ಪ ನಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ನಾಳೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಸೊ see this Mayavadi is very powerful, worshipper of Kali. In Kumbakonam, the king were amazed. There was a very powerful Shaktya. Like we see in the story of Bhaktivedanta Thakur, there was one worshipper of Shakti, Kali, in the forest. He was producing fire from his head, trying to, influence people. And he was climbing, oh, I am Jagannath, I will do this Rasa Leela. So all the ladies were, really very amazing, very, if it happened, a disaster. So there was a complaint. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the district commissioner, and he went to talk to him, all this. He came to know that he's all bogus. He's not following Shastras. He's claiming himself as Jagannath. So that, he could not tolerate. Jagannath is what? So he arrested him. And then Jagannath, Bhaktivinoda Thakur became sick. He influenced him. Became sick, but he recovered it, and then he cut off his ear, and then that person died. So we see this in the life history of Bhaktivinoda. Same way in this Madhva Acharya, there was one person who was like a lion. walking over lion, like his vehicle is lion, going through lion. So there was a competition, the Shastra. So he was invited, he was coming on a lion to cause fear in the Acharya, the Vaishnava Acharya, Vijayendra Tirtha. He was not fear. What he did was, see, our Acharyas are also powerful, they are no less. What he did was, he went over his head in the sky. He is also going, on his head he is also going. It's amazing. To show that he is no less powerful. Then finally he defeated him, and then he made to leave the place. And like that, our acharyas are no less. Okay, if time comes, if the situation demands, they will do amazing things. So, but they will not claim that they did it. See, this is the thing. Oh, by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of my Guru, mercy of the way he wanted, that's the way. I'm only nimitta matra. I'm just an instrument. Like that, they will not climb. There. So when the Lord is holding the whole universe, floating this and what is this? This is. The people don't see that. The Bhagavad Dharma, seeing the Lord in everyone's heart. You have to feel very humbler than blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, giving respect to everybody. So they go opposite to these four principles. They don't want to chant, So, so to destroy them, these Bhagavad Dharma, these Vaishnava Acharyas come, Sampradayas. So, fearless, fearless Acharyas. That's the reason we remind, we learn from their life, how powerful they were. Madhvacharya is also very powerful, Yeah. He was very, very powerful. When the Bollywood itself, he killed some demons, and he lifted a stone, big stone, like a small child. The stone is still there. How a small child can lift that stone is amazing. So I've seen one place where I went for searching for 3 days. Heard this Leela. But so one time, a lot of people, thousands of people, trying to lift a stone, huge stone. Maybe I'll show a picture one day. I went on top of the stone. I see the writings, and then Madhvacharya's inscription is there. So put in the middle of the stream, very big stone, maybe 10 tons, 15 tons. So people were not happy. ಅವ್ರು ಇಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಎತ್ತಾ ಇದಾರ ಹಾ ಹೌದಾ ಆಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ಅನ್ನಲ್ಲ ಹೌದಾ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅದು 500 ಅಡಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ 500 ಹೌದಾ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು So then Madhvacharya came when he heard all these people are lifting. He said, don't worry. he lifted by, what is it? Lifted, like the big stone, and then put it where they want. Amazing, So, very powerful. Done a lot of amazing feat. It was, he climbed that himself was Hanuman, Bhima. So he was very, very, very powerful acharya. Very. So we are very, very fortunate to be in the lineage of Madhvacharya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted, the way he established the deity of Balagopal, Nandanandan, Yashodananda in Udupi. He was, that deity is to be worshipped by Rukmini. Then it came back. Rukmini saw was appearing like that. He was showing a Leela by, pastimes to Devaki, because Devaki did not see those pastimes. Then when Rukmini saw this, she wanted to have that deity, and then that deity was made of all saligrams, and then she used to worship. Then when Dwarka disappeared into the sea, Arjuna found that, he was told before that it will float, he take it and then keep it safe. Then put it under the Gopi Chanda. Then he went away. So Madhva knew this, he had a desire to establish deity of Krishna. Then because of his desire, boat came by for balancing. They were putting that. He did not know. It was a huge Gopi Chanda. Then Ramanujacharya knew, so he went in the noon time for doing anik. That time, he saw whole world. Place was covered with darkness, wind, rain, and all that. There was a ship coming by, and there's so many sea waves. The captain was helpless. He was saying he will drown any time. So he asked for help. Please help like this. And then Madhvacharya did like this. He calmed down the entire wind and all that. Then he said, he came down. He said, he showed me, you can have the whole ship if you like. Then Madhvacharya, he saw, he's a Vaishnava. Oh, I don't need anything. I'm sannyasi. I don't need Vaishnava. I need this Gopi Chandan, which is very dear to Vaishnavas. So he happily gave that, and he was carrying big lump. And first thing he showed up was Balaram. See, Guru Tattva, kind of Guru Tattva. Balaram showed up. So he established a Vadabandeshwara temple for Balaram there. And so Balaram reveals Krishna, or it takes us to Krishna. So that principle there. Then Madhvacharya knew Krishna is there inside, took him with like a baby. And he was singing so many hymns glorifying Krishna. And then Madhva Sarovara, he reached there, and then he bathed the deity in that water. And he asked his sannyasis to lift. Nobody could lift. 8, 10 of them could not lift. Then Madhvacharya went, he lifted like a baby, and then and good prana pratishtha. So very, very, very powerful person. He established the principle that we defeat of Mayavada, Shata Dushani Mayavada, 100 faults in Mayavada. Maybe one day we should do in English. Very, very revealing, this argument. All our acharyas, Goswamis, Gaudiya acharyas now, also Swami Maharaj, extensively use those arguments, defeating Mayavada. Same arguments that Madhvacharya gave. So Madhvacharya, Bhakti Raivainam Naiti, Bhakti Raivainam Darshati, Bhakti Vasha Purusha, Bhakti Reva Bhuyashi. This is composed by Madhvacharya, which our Gurudev uses extensively. Bhakti Raivainam Naiti. Only through bhakti we can have darshan of the Lord. Only through bhakti we can go near the Lord. Only for bhakti the Lord gets captured, attracted, becomes captured. That's why bhakti is the shrestha, highest, most worthy. Because why? What can be most worthy? What is highest? That can attract the Lord. Not only attract, it captures the Lord. He become, it gets captured. So what more can be more powerful than that? Because Lord, he cannot be defeated in any way. But he will get defeated by the bhakti. So what more can be more powerful than bhakti? That's why our goal, our every second should be to get bhakti, to grow in bhakti. That is the only thing should be. Otherwise, we don't know when we have to end this, our stay in this world. It's not forever. We don't know how long we will stay. And so we should not delay or postpone or become less enthusiastic, or we should become serious. Every moment we may not get back. Madhvacharya was like that. Very Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati like that, or Acharya. So he established the Dvaita, the differences that our Goswamis accept. Difference between Lord, Supreme Lord, and the living entity. Then difference between the Lord and the Jada, inert matter. And difference between living entity and another living entity. Difference between living entity and the inert matter. And then difference between the inert and inert, right? So, what do you mean by jiva difference? We know. One living entity to another, we understand. There are no two people saying. Supreme Lord and jiva, and then the jada, inert. Okay. But what about jada, meaning inert and inert? That's why like one time I was telling, our acharyas think, this is acharya, Madhvacharya, or Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. There are no two identical electrons, no identical atom. To that level they go. We cannot, at least, but because in any location, you cannot find two atoms same time, is it not? So location is a one criteria that can make you different. So at least that level, So they were thinking like that. Is unique. Everything is unique. So how it's not a random process, okay? People think, oh, because of random, it all became different, unique like that. No, that's true. That can be defeated. Because technically, if you suppose you start calling a random number generator, random, there's a finite probability, very, very small, but when you choose one random number, the next number can be same number, but it is have a very, very tiny, tiny probability. It's possible. So then that is not unique. Maybe one incidence is there. If somebody is interested, I can tell you. But it's a little more technical. I will tell you. See, one time there was a travel agent. They asked somebody to make a program. Okay. Write the code. So he developed a code and then installed and came back. And now and then there was service call. Very rarely, once in a blue moon, not regularly. It was hung up. It was hang up. It was not working. It used to freeze. So, and if it is happening periodically, you can trace it. Yeah, code, But this was some rare incidences. So they could not figure it out. So the manager himself came on a long 3 days weekend, and then he started going to the code. First thing he was calling was, suppose the customer calls. He called the random number generator. He just assigns that number to this customer. Another customer again calls the random number, assigns this. So like that. Now after 3 days thinking, he made one change. What did he? He called random number like that, right? Customer call random number. Then he made a small change that comparing the previous numbers. Couple of them. If it is not, then he accepted. If it is there, he rejected and then called again. He made that change. He came back, no service call at all. That means random number will not lead us to the unique number. This is what the conclusion is. That means there must be some intelligent person and a storage. To make unique number from a random number, you should have two things. One is intelligence, and then another is the storage of the previous numbers to compare, so that to reject if it is same. So, there is accountability, and then so this is what Madhvacharya established, and he also established something called Vijatiya, Swajatiya, Vijatiya, Swagatya, Swajatiya, Vijatiya Veda. Meaning, for the Lord, there is no difference between his eyes and the ear, for example. Eyes and his ear. We think, eye is different. We can see, we can hear. There are two different senses. There is a difference. Madhvacharya, our acharyas also agree, say no, because Lord can accomplish what through eyes, he can also accomplish through the ear, right? He can see through the ear. He can hear, sound through the eyes. So then how eye and ear is different? No? One sense acts like any other senses. So how there is a difference? So swajatiya, like difference between Lord Ram and Krishna. No difference. Hey, wait a minute. One is holding a bow and arrow, no flute. So he can turn flute into bow and arrow, right? He can turn this thing into the flute, right? So actually, no. One time, Arjuna was, going here and there in the forest with his Gandiva. He was very proud that, he's a bow, very powerful archer. So he saw there was an elderly monkey. He asked Arjuna, who are you? He said, oh, I'm Ramasevak Hanuman. Oh, he paid obeisance. Then he said, Arjuna is telling, then are you the same? Why Lord Ram has to build that bridge with the stones, so many people? Why not? If he's so powerful archer, he could have made with arrows. Then Hanuman is telling for the service, and then the bridge could not hold the weight. He says, I can build a bridge. Arjuna is telling. Then build, but it will not take up my weight. So Arjuna built one setu, bridge with an arrow. Then Hanuman jumped into the Himalaya. Then he came out huge form with so many stones, big stones on the every ear, tied up. He came and then he did not put both legs on the bridge. Little bit, one like this. The bridge started shaking. Then Krishna and the Arjuna started shaking too. Wait a minute. Then he prayed immediately, Krishna, please don't bring shame on me, on Pandavas. Because it's a shame if it fails, right? Then what happened was Hanuman, put his feet, it did not break, it was shaking. Went on the center, he was doing like this, it did not break. He was also surprised. Then he happened to see down, there was a blood in the water. So Hanuman went there, blood. He saw Lord Ram holding the bridge. Then Arjuna he immediately went there and paid obeisance to Lord Ram. And then Arjuna also went and he saw the Krishna holding the bridge. Krishna holding the bridge. Then Arjuna went and fell on the lotus feet of Krishna. So, same person appearing as Ram to Hanuman, same to Krishna, same time. See how powerful Lord is. Appears. This is amazing. In one sense is amazing, one sense is not. It's amazing. That's why it's called achintya, beyond our intelligence. Then Lord Krishna, Lord Ram told Hanuman, he pacified him, that you should help in the coming war to Arjuna. That's why in the flag of Arjuna, the Hanuman is, sitting, and he protected him, So, so that is Swajatiya, between the same jati, same, like Lord Ram, Krishna, Vamana, all these things. They are not different. Krishna himself appearing in all these worlds. Then Vijatiya Veda, meaning difference between Lord and then they say inert. There is no difference. See, from our point of view, there is a difference between the Jiva and the Jada, for example. But from the Lord's point of view, there is no difference between him and the Jiva or the Jada. This is difficult to swallow, but it is true. That's what Bhagavad Tattva is. This is what we should see. We should see our Aradhya Devi in every heart, every atom, is it not? No? So this is what Madhvacharya, our Sampradaya also. Jiva Goswami says, it is true. There is no difference between the Lord and then inert matter. Why? Because Lord can control every atom, is it not? Every electron he can control, every quanta, every one. If he controls, then how is different from them? It's like a pen, like see, my hand is, it will do like this, the way my hand. So in that sense, as long as it's holding in my hand, how this is different from the hand? Yeah, it's following the. So like that, everyone is under control of the Lord. How is different? See, to show this, I think I told you one pastime, Mahabharata. Maybe I can remind, Jayadratha. See, one time, in Mahabharata war, right? Arjuna's son, Abhimanyu was killed by Jayadratha. Of course, everybody joined, but he killed him. So Arjuna became very sad, and he became very angry, and he took a vow. By evening, by sundown, I will kill Jayadratha. It was declared. So he was fighting left and right. Nobody could come in front of him. And they hided him. So that is another adharma. They did so many adharma, unrighteous thing. So they hided him. So sun is going down. Then Arjuna started fight because he said, if I fail, I will jump into the fire. So then all the Kauravas were happy. Wow, say, look at that. Arjuna will jump into the fire, he will die, and Pandavas is finished, we are the winner, wow, let us celebrate. So they brought Jayadratha. When Jayadratha came, the sun, showed up again. And then Krishna told, hey, this is not sundown yet, you kill him. How to kill? You keep on shooting. He's a tall guy, shoot his head. And his head should go and fall on the lap of his father, who is doing anik somewhere. And Arjuna followed exactly. And then why his head should fall into the hand, on the lap of his father? Because time, this is background. One time, Kamyavana, they were doing exile. Jayadratha carrying away the Draupadi, and she was crying. And Narad heard this, and he went and told, hey, look what Jayadratha is doing to Draupadi. So Bhima and Arjuna ran and then got him. They wanted to kill him. And Yudhishthira Maharaj said, you asked Draupadi. Draupadi said, don't kill him, because he is married to your sister, Kaurava's sister. So leave him, otherwise he will cry. But they have taken a vow to kill him. Kshatriya. So they asked Krishna what to do. Then, no, you have to satisfy both. You have to satisfy me and then Draupadi. So Arjuna did something, shaved him off and here and there, making. It's like killing him, not killing him. Huh? He became very angry. He went to the forest and he prayed to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva said, what do you want? I want to kill Arjuna. He said, no, that is not possible. You ask something else other than that. Then, see, this is a demonic people. This is how they use their intellect. Oh, that's all. They want to do indirectly. So they said, okay, anybody cuts off my head, if my head falls on the ground, they should die and I should live. Look at that. Look at that. So if Arjuna kills Jayadratha, who is going to kill Arjuna? But he is not going to be killed. See the logic. Then Shiva said, all right, if your father throws away your head and falls on the ground, then he will die. Otherwise, whoever cuts off your head, they will die. That's okay, no problem. Because my father is never going to throw my head onto the floor. Then Shiva disappeared because if you ask something else. So Krishna knew this is why he told. So because the adharmic, see, this is the thing. If we are not dedicating our life or thinking for the welfare of the people, like Prahlad Maharaj says, oh Lord, let the whole universe be auspicious. Let all the violent people give up their violence. Let everyone think of doing welfare to others. Let my mind be not attached to the materials of this world, but completely, fully attached to your naam, rupa, name, service. My intelligence be not immersed in this material thing, but in you, without, like that. So if not, then, they will have, so his father was also not like that. So Krishna, he could not recognize. So his son's head, Jayadratha's head, fall on his lap. He was doing anik. He did not know what it was. He threw it out. Once he threw it out, then he went and saw what he threw out. He saw his head of the son. So both died. Now the question comes, how did the sun down, but how the sunshine came back? Right? So our Acharya, some Acharya say it was Krishna covered by the Sudarshan Chakra sun. And then he removed, then the sun came, and then that's all. That's also true, that much. But the another way our Acharya says is amazing. Okay. What they say is, Krishna says, I'm the light of the sun, light of the moon. What does it mean? Says, in every quanta, okay, very tiny part of light, tiny part, he is there, meaning he controls it. He is there in all the light quanta. And when the light leaving the sun cannot recall back. Hey, light, come back. It's like our sweat. Sweat leaves my body. Can I say, hey, sweat, go inside? You think it will, listen to my command? So same way, light coming out of sun does not listen to the sun. But Lord, in all the quantas, like he said, stop here. The sun is going in his path, light is coming out of sun, but the light in some place stopped it. So when there is no light coming and hitting our eyes, what do we see? Darkness. That's how we did that. When they brought the Jayadratha, Lord told, okay, we can move now. So all the light moved and hit everybody's eyes. They saw sun is there. You see, you understand what I'm saying? God has so tiny, minute control over everything, all time, at all places. Then how anything will be different from Him? This is Bhagavad Dharma, you know. So if we can see Him, we can see Him everywhere. That's why He's Sarvatra Sarvada. Sarva Akara, Sarva Ashraya, Sarva Utpadaka, Sarva Palaka, Sarva Sammaraka, Sarva Niyamaka, Sarva Preraka, Sarva Pravartaka, Sarva Nivartaka, Yata Yogya Purna Jnana Ajnana Bandha Moksha Prada. Meaning what? He is everywhere all the time. He is the form of all the form, it's from Him, Sarva Akara. He is the shelter for everything. Everything comes from Him. He maintains everything and He kills everything. Someone. He controls everything. Yeah. He inspires everything. He begins everything. He ends everything. And for everyone, jivas, yatha yoga, to their qualification, He gives knowledge, forgetfulness, and then He put them into binding, and also He removes them. Put them into prison, and also He removes them from the prison. This is what. So, that is what from His view. This is that's why it's called Achintya Beda Abeda Tattva, right? Simultaneously, one and difference. This is one we are talking. Lord is one with everything. At the same time, difference. So from our jiva point, we cannot become Him, but also we are not separate from Him. That's why, but we are thinking, this is what the Mayavadi, we are different, or it does not exist. You see, I can merge in Him. See, so this is what Mayavada, this is why Lord Ram killed this demoniac Ravana, who was denying the existence of the Lord. Want to exploit this energy, So, energy, Shakti Mata, Lord cannot be, He always exists together. Lord is there, everything is there. Nothing can be separated from the Lord. So, Madhvacharya gave that understanding, So we are he did so many, he also, he wrote a commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam. Vedanta Sutra, rather. So, Madhva Sampradaya. See, if you want to start any Sampradaya, you should have a commentary on Vedanta Sutras, right? Atato Brahma Jigyasa, So, he did it in no time. When he went to Badri, he made a commentary on Bhagavad Gita and presented to Badrinath. And in the Mangalacharana itself, Lord, he was reading for the pleasure of the Lord. Lord was saying, very good, very good. Then he said, no, there is one change there. What is that? Madhvacharya is telling to his capacity, is explaining. But no, it's not. You have more capacity, but the audience may not have that capacity. So he made that change. Like Vishwam, see, Vishwam meaning whole universe. One of the name for Vishnu, you must have understood. 1,000 names of Vishnu, right? Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishwam is the first name, meaning whole universe is Him. Like the way you were telling, Bhagavatam. So, what Madhvacharya said that he told in there's 10 names or 100 names. The Upanishads also give 100 meanings like that. He was challenged how we should. So he took Vishwam, right? Without touching any other 999 names, he gave Vishwam 100 names. Ooh. If they have asked, he could have gone taken one name and then again 100 names. That kind of acharya, is amazing. So, that's an. So, in very short time, he established he composed Vedanta Sutra, commentary on Vedanta Sutra. How he put his sannyasis in the front for one chapter to this devotee, another chapter to this, another chapter, simultaneously. Is genius. We cannot even comprehend. Such a powerful person. So, we pray at his lotus feet, bestow Buddha Bhakti, fame to us on his appearance day on Vijayadashmi. And so then another understanding is, I want to show you, I thought it is about the Bhagavad, in the 11th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. I have to finish this, I have to go, people are waiting. The Lord is giving example. Lord is telling Uddhava about the Jaimini's Purva Mimamsa. Is finding the fault in that, like Madhvacharya. So in that, how an object, right? The fire, suppose you put an object into the fire, right? The fire is already there in the object. You remember? But when you do something from external, you ignite it, right? We say ignite it. After ignition, that initial start fire is gone, but the other fire, where it came from? Came from within that object. It was there. You only instrument. Same way, the love, our unique love, our relationship is there, but it has to be brought out. Get it? That's what the Guru, the mantras, the Diksha does that. So, and the object, the fire also takes on the different objects form, right? When it is burning. So, and then what happens? The fire burns the object, and which get destroyed? The fire or the object? Object gets destroyed. Fire does not. Fire continues, is there in all the objects. You understand this, right? Every object is made out of these Pancha Mahabhutas, right? Earth, water, fire, air, ether. So fire is also there in all the objects, brought out. And when it brought out, it destroys the object and then it relinquishes. But the fire does not get destroyed. The object gets destroyed, right? So, same way, but the fire does not have any relation with the object. Does it do? No, right? You understand? So, same way, within the body, the Atma is also there. Atma like a fire. The object, the body is like that object, which get burnt. Right? and they take the different what appear like form, Atma. Then as the fire has no relation with this object of the burnt, right? Same way Atma also no relation with this body. Understand? By this process the body gets destroyed but not the Atma. No? So this is the example is given. So that's why the Atma, the soul, has no relation with the ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎತ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನು ಹೌದಾ ಕೇಬಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಹೌದಾ ಹಾ ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಈಗ ಸೊ that's why the Atma living the soul has no relation with any dharma related to the body, both sukshma and then subtle body and then gross body. No? This is what we should understand, no? From this. So by the Achintya Shakti, by the Lord's amazing Shakti, Achintya Shakti, ಹೌದಾ ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೌದಾ ಆಯ್ತು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೌದೌದು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ ಆಯ್ತು ಒಂದು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಸೊ Lord's inconceivable potency, Shakti, through Maya, through his modes of nature, right? Goodness, passion, ignorance. This both subtle body and gross body has created. So the Jiva has no relation between both of them. See, try to understand. The Jiva is, the body is changing. Sometimes you are a snake, mosquito, tree. We were going through so many bodies, right? But we have no relation with any of them. But because of the avidya, avidya, the Jiva as going through this birth and death. Not the Jiva, meaning as identification. So how we can come out of it? By the mercy of the Lord. When we get this transcendental knowledge of the Atma living, we can cut off this samsara dasha, the stage of samsara. We can become expert in that. So how that can? By bhakti. Bhakti, Lord bestows through his agents. So that's why Advaja, Bhakti Raivainam Naiti, Bhakti Raivainam Darshayati, Bhakti Raiva Bhuyashi, Bhakti Raiva Darshayati, Bhakti Raiva. So Lord is captured by the bhakti. Bhakti can free us. So that's why Madhvacharya came to establish that. So we pray at his lotus feet that day. So his mercy. So I have to cut short here because People are waiting for him. Now, what else is there? Maybe before Kartik starts, we will meet, I think, one more time, I think. So we'll discuss Kartik, importance of Kartik. Kartik time, very, very important, very precious. There is no month like Kartik. If you do a little thing, becomes, Akshaya, So Kartik time is very, very precious. Wherever you are, you should make it Vrindavan. So that's how to do. So we will talk this in the next time, just on Kartik. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. Dandavat pranam.
Hare
Everybody.
Krishna, Gurudev, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you for all your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dandavat
Hare Krishna.
Pranams. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you for staying on. So any questions for Gurudev, you can please email him. As you can see, he's busy. So he had to leave without asking questions. And so we'll move on to the next program. So can I please have Praj Kishore Prabhu to sing Narasimha Dev Stuti? Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees.